This is the 43rd LeetCode challenge and it is called Multiply Strings. Given two non-negative integers, num1 and num2, represented as strings, return the product of num1 and num2, also represented as a string. We must not use any built-in big integer library or convert the inputs to integer directly. Okay, so if we have num2 and num3, return 6 because 3 times 3 is 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, multiply that equals 46,088 as a string. Okay, let's get started. So I've done something like this previously before. The way that you do it is basically go number by number and just multiply those two. So if we get to here, we do 4 times 1 equals 4, but then we look at what placement it is in the number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, go 4, 40, 400, 4,000, 40,000. So that's how you do multiplication like that. Although it was a long time ago that I actually did this, I'm not sure how to write it out exactly. So the way you do this, it's two for loops. So for int I equals 0, like that. So this will be num1. We'll do int n1 equals num. Okay, so if we do 0, then that'll be the very first number in the string, but that'll make it a bit more difficult. So we'll do -1. So go to the last number and then go up to 0, the first number. So that would be num1.substring I1, and then we convert it to an integer. Then what we also want is int n1 position, and this will equal I minus num1 dot length minus 1, I think. Yeah. Actually, no, it should be the other way around, because then that would make it negative. So I will be this number, but then that will be in the very first position of the actual number. Okay, now I remember how to do this. So we create a string array. No, this will be an int list. And in this list, it'll be kind of opposite. So this would be index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3, index 4. And then as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then that tells us the 4 would go here. Okay, so we've got the first number. Then we need to do this again for the second number. So j, num2 length, and number 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. And then we'll do int product equals n1 times n2. We'll also do int position equals n1 position plus n2 position. And we will do if number.length .count. Actually, this will be while number.count is less than position. I have to double check this, but we'll do that for now. So this will be number add 0. Then what we do is number position. This actually should be count -1. Then this will be equal to product. Then what we do is if while number position is greater than 0, or is it greater than 10? Actually, this should be greater or equal to. We then do number position minus equals 10. What we then need to do is if number position. Actually, we can do this again, but remove the -1. If it's less than position, number position plus 1 so equals 0, and then over here we'll do ++. Then when we've multiplied all the numbers together, we'll create string output, and this will be 4 int I. Actually, it will just be basically this again, but using number. it needs to be out here. Output, make the string empty. Output plus equals number I to string. Then we return output. Okay, so I think that's all that needs to be done for this. So let's run it and see if it works. Okay, something went wrong here. So let's look at the variables here. So we've got number, which is empty. And what is position? Position is -5. How did that happen? Okay, well I definitely did that wrong. N2 position. Don't know why I did -N1 there. Ah, this was meant to be -J, and then -1 I and J. Okay, now let's rerun it. Okay, same thing then. So what is position? Position is -1. N2 position -1, N1 position 0. Maybe this should actually be +1, because position will be 0. No. Wait, I need to run that again just so I can see what N1 position, N2 position is. So it's N1 position. That is 0, which it should be. I is 0. So num1 length, which is 1. Okay, that looks right to me for this. But then what's going on for N2 position? Okay, no, that's 0. And position is 0 there. So that's as expected. So this should exit, but it didn't. Okay, this is meant to be minus minus, that's where I went wrong. Let's remove breakpoint and run it. Okay, what's number? Oh, okay, again, I forgot to do minus minus. Well, we could see that I had the correct output, so let's run it, and... Okay, another mistake. But this time it's on that. Let's see. Number has 1 item in it. Position is 0. Okay, so I did the logic here wrong. So I think if I put that +1 back there, then it'll work. Nope, still same. So number count is 1. Okay, this should be less than or equal to. I'm still doing it wrong. Why isn't that working? Position less than or equal to position 1. Ah, that's why. Meant to be adding it, not doing it like that. Now run it. Okay, so that did it wrong. Okay, we'll have to go line by line with the second one just to see what's happening. So we'll go here, and then we'll go to the next execution of it. Yep, so we have these numbers. N1 is 3, then N2 is 6. Product should be 18. Okay, number's currently empty, so it's adding the first item to it, which is 0. That's all good. So number, this will make it 18. While number's greater or equal to 10, gonna take 10 away from it. Then if number count is less than or equal to this, which it is, +1 is 1, we'll add 0 here, and then we'll add 1 to that. So now it's 1, 8, which is correct. Okay, so that worked as expected. Now we go to the next number, which is 5. Wait, 6. That shouldn't be 6. Well, let's just run it and see what it's doing. Anyway. Okay. This should be plus equals product. So let's run that. Yeah, okay, still doing the wrong number because for some reason it did the same number there again. So let's go back to it. Yep, N1's 3 as expected. Okay, I see the problem. I did I here instead of J. Okay, let's run 3 and see if that's all better now. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we will grab this code, we will copy it into LeetCode, and we will run it on the test ones. That has come up all good, so we will submit it now, and hopefully it works on all the other tests. Okay, we've got a wrong number. Okay, we didn't consider if it's 0. So we'll go back up here. If num1 equals 0 or num2 equals 0, then we return 0. Okay, so let's copy that into here, add that as a test, run the tests. There we go, much better. Now submit. Okay, cool, there we go. That was the solution. So that was the 43rd LeetCode challenge called Multiply Strings. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe.